Now, moving to the third type of tissue, connective tissue. This tissue is known as connective tissue because it acts as a binding tissue, known for its support system, storage, attachment, support that we have done, transport, packing the material, defense, repair too. And it connects all the organs of the body, so we call it connective tissue. Moving to the types of connective tissue. When we talk about the types, it's mainly divided into various types. The first one is areolar, A-R-E-O, A-R-E-O-L-A-R, or the loose connective tissue. It is the most abundant of all the types. It contains practically all the components that can be found in connective tissue. That's why we call it most abundant tissue. And its matrix, it has a large matrix. Large matrix means a base, and the matrix contains yellow as well as white elastin fibers. Where does it occur? Its occurrence is basically under the skin, in between and around muscles, in bone marrow, nerves, blood vessels. It's around them. What is the basic function? It is present around them. What it does, it fills space between different tissues and organs. Hence, we have given a specific name to it, that is the packing tissue. So, areolar tissue is also known as the packing tissue. And what are the functions that it performs? That we have already carried out many of them. That it packs or fills the space. So we say it binds skin with muscles, blood vessels, as well as nerves. Secondly, it also helps in healing of the wounds. And repair the tissues also after injury. Helps in providing strength, elasticity, and support to body parts. Fight against infection as well. And the most important thing, as a packing tissue, it fills space. Where? Between tissues and organs. Clear? This is about the areolar, the first type of connective tissue. Moving to the second type. The second type is dense connective tissue. name suggests dense connective tissue. It means something solid. So it is fibrous in nature. And densely packed fibers and cells is the specific chief known name given to dense connective tissue. What kind of densely packed fibers and cells we are talking about? Basically, the ligaments and tendons. So fibrous also, and it is known for its densely packed fiber and cells. Ligament and tendons. What are ligaments? Elastic structure. Made up of which elastic? Yellow elastic fiber. What is it does? It connects bone to another bone. Then what is the property? Because the this elastic structure, it is all the more elastic as well as it provides great strength to the body. It is highly elastic, provides great strength, and permit normal movement. But it has little matrix, very so because it permits normal movement, it prevents overextension. आप अपने एल्बो जॉइंट को बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेच नहीं कर सकते, राइट? इट इज़ मेनली प्रेजेंट बिटवीन bone and bone. It connects a bone to another bone. So it provides elasticity, highly elastic. It provides great strength. It shows normal movement, and it has little matrix, right? And that's why it prevents overextension. Basically, when we say excessive pulling of our ligaments and we do excessive exercise, there is always a sprain. It is because of ligaments. Sprain. It is caused by excessive pulling of ligaments. Fine. Moving to the second, tendons. Now, when we talk about tendons, tendons are cord-like, wire-like, strong, but inelastic, right? These join skeletal muscles to bones. See the difference. Ligaments join bone to bone, tendons join skeletal muscles to bones, and composed of white collagen fiber. White collagen fiber. बच्चा ये नाम होते हैं इनके फाइबर्स के, what these are composed of. ठीक है, इनको ऐसे ही याद करना होता है कि इनका basically काम ऐसा है. And what kind of matrix does it possess? They have scattered. They have scattered and rows में होते हैं between the fibers, arranged होते हैं properly ऐसे, scattered होते हैं but arranged होते हैं. Then they are tough muscles. So they are known for their specific characteristics, and ligaments are known for their specific characteristics. At least you should know 4 to 5 differences between the ligaments as well as the tendons. Fine. Now moving to the third type of tissue, that is the adipose tissue. adipose tissue. See, it consists of large number of oval and round cells. What these cells are known as? Adipocytes. What are these filled up with? Filled up with fat globules. Okay, adipose tissue is made up of special cells known as adipocytes filled up with fat globules. This is the first characteristic feature that you have to keep in mind. Second, they contain a single large fat droplet also, or several tiny droplets also, that depends. Besides adipocytes, adipose tissue also contain adipocytes. This is the composition. Macrophages, another thing. Collagen, fibroblast, and elastic fibers. All these are present, but mainly we talk about adipocytes. Why? Because these are the fat storing globules which are the characteristic feature of adipose tissue. Then its location. Where does it occur? Below the skin, between internal organs, around blood vessels, kidneys also, around kidneys as well, in yellow bone marrow. Let me recollect a beautiful example. Are you aware of the hump of camel? Right? And blubber of whale? These two are formed of adipose tissue. ठीक है, ये हमारी स्किन के नीचे होता है, अंडर द स्किन, एंड इट प्रोवाइड्स द शाइन टू आवर स्किन. व्हेन इट इज प्रेजेंट अंडर द स्किन, it acts as an insulator layer also. It provides shine to our skin as well. Now the function. First of all, act as a food reservoir because it stores fat. Number 2, it also acts as a shock absorber. Where mainly? Around kidney and eyeball. Third, act as insulator. And what it does along with that? Regulate our body temperature. Fine. So when the skin becomes shining and you feel that organs are properly placed and there is a shock absorbing cushion, that is all the adipose tissue. Clear? This is about adipose tissue. Moving to the fourth type of tissue, the skeletal tissue. Skeletal. Basically, this tissue forms the endoskeleton. Endoskeleton of the body of vertebrates. What makes the endoskeleton system in your body? Do you have bones? Right? We all have bones which help us in giving the framework to the body. So these bones and cartilage is an example of our skeletal tissue. So what comes in this? The bone and cartilage. ठीक है? Bone we all know. व्हाट इज कार्टिलेज? चलो पहले कार्टिलेज के साथ स्टार्ट करते हैं. Cartilage, you know, touch your ear. You may see that it can be easily the pinna of the ear, right, the outer structure. Just fold it. You can easily fold the pinna, right, कैसी भी movement में, and it comes back to its natural shape. That is the cartilage. The tip of your nose has the cartilage. So it is a special connective tissue which forms the soft endoskeleton. ठीक है? It is basically giving rise to an extensive ground substance. मतलब ये matrix बनाता है हमारा. The extensive ground substance or matrix, it is known as chondrin. CHONDRIN, chondrin, right? This matrix, what we are talking about, this matrix is made up of proteins, sugar. किसी चीज़ से तो बना होगा ना उसका बेस. Protein, sugar, because the presence of calcium salts are also there, that becomes slightly hardens. Okay, calcium salts. This cell in the matrix, these are known as chondrocytes. And these chondrocytes are always surrounded by a fluid-filled space known as lacunae. Lacunae means the cavity. And the chondrocytes are widely spread. Fine. It has a matrix which is made up of all these. There are chondrocytes. Chondrocytes are surrounded by lacunae, that means cavity, and these are widely spread, or we can say spaced. ठीक है? Where does it occur? Now coming to its occurrence, its location. When we talk about its location, it is present at the joints. Which joints? Joints of bones. In external ear. Nose tip. And epiglottis. What is this covering of the glottis? What is glottis? Now pharynx leads to two tubes. ऐसे pharynx के बाद क्या होता है? When we talk about the mouth cavity, the nasal cavity, when it leads to pharynx, उसके बाद ना यहाँ पर दो tubes होती हैं और इनके ऊपर एक cap like structure होता है. Glottis being covered by epiglottis. Why? Because whenever we are eating food, the food may not by mistake slip into the tracheal tube. To avoid the slipping of the food into the tracheal tube, this covering epiglottis, it acts as a lid or a cover, and it prevents the entry of food into the tracheal lining, and the food has to slip into the normal alimentary canal. Find the esophagus. Over there this epiglottis is present, right? Now moving further to that, it is present in epiglottis also, trachea also. Trachea is the lining. I have just shown you. Glottis के नीचे. Larynx, your voice box. Now functions. What it does? Support, flexibility, right? And smooth. It smoothens bone surface, especially at joints. Clear? This is about cartilage. Now talking about bone. When we talk about bone, that is quite known to all of us, hardest tissue, right? The hardest tissue which forms the framework of the body. Now, also known as the endoskeleton of the body. Like other connective tissue, इसके अंदर भी बच्चे matrix होता है and cell होती हैं. Matrix and cell, right? This matrix, it is about 30 to 35% organic material, and 65 to 70% inorganic material. What is this organic material? Organic material is oisin, protein, and this inorganic material means calcium, phosphate, sodium chloride, calcium carbonate, magnesium phosphate, ये inorganic होता है. And these two along with the cells are known as osteocytes. These provide rigidity and strength. This rigidity and strength that is provided by matrix and cells, it composes the bone. Now, matrix जो होता है ना bone का, it is arranged in the form of concentric rings known as lamellae. ऐसी होती हैं rings. Clear? These are the rings. This is the matrix which is basically arranged in the form of rings. ये कहीं भी कैसे भी ऐसे नहीं पड़ा होता. There is a proper pattern of arrangement of bone cells, right? In rings को हम बोलते हैं lamellae. In between the lamellae are present the bone cells. अब इनके बीच में हमारे bone cells होते हैं. Fine. Bone cells mainly osteocytes that we have written above. Osteocytes and osteoblast, कुछ भी कह सकते हैं इनको. Osteoblast, and these lie in the space known as lacunae. Cells भी ऐसे scattered नहीं होते. These are present or located in special cavities. Cavities are known as lacunae. Fine. क्या होता है? Concentric rings which are lamellae. Lamellae has lacunae. Lacunae have further bone cells in them. These are the osteoblast or osteocytes. And these basically blood vessels, nerve, lymphatic canals, whatever are there along with the concentric rings, they constitute the Havesian canals. Havesian, Haversian. This is basically the lamellae which are arranged around these canals, and the system. Havesian system means when we say the lamellae are there, the blood vessels are there, osteoblast cells are there, concentric rings are there, everything together forms the system. Which system? Havesian system. Fine. This is a structure of bone. Now, where it occurs? All over the body. Bones are present all over the body. and function that we all know. It provides shape to our body, support and base of attachment of muscles, so mainly this is the structure onto which we can rely upon, and it is the endoskeleton of our body. Clear?